Buongiorno ragazzi, buonasera or buon pomeriggio. This is our sixth virtual class. And before we start, I just want to be very clear about something because many people have been contacting me via email or WhatsApp asking me uh, somewhat anxiously about the deadlines for the activities. I'm being extremely lenient, okay, because I know that everybody has a very difficult life right now, right? Myself not an exception. So I am not um, giving you any penalties for late work, okay? Just keep on submitting activities whenever you're able to. And the most important thing for those who still owe me a midterm, send me that file, okay? Without the midterm, I cannot guarantee that you will pass the class. If you have the midterm and you did well, and the ones I've looked at, uh, all of them are quite good. If you have the midterm and you did well, you will definitely pass the class with a quite decent grade. But if you don't have the midterm, I cannot guarantee that you will. So please send me that file. Again, what I require for the midterm is just 8 sentences in Italian using are verbs, telling me about your typical day. Okay? So, on to the topic for today. Today I want to keep it very simple. We're just going to do some vocab, okay? Vocabolario della famiglia. Famiglia. Notice how you say that, familia. It's that one sound that we discussed as the only one that does not exist in either English or Spanish, but does exist in Italian, the gli sound, right? With the GL, familia. If you cannot pronounce that, just say famiglia, right? But the correct way to do it is famiglia. Vocabolario della famiglia, the vocabulary of the family. So, I'm just going to give you a little table. Spanish speakers will notice that this will be easier for them, of course, but nonetheless, I think that many of these words are easily recognizable, and some of them are even used by Italian Americans, so some of you might recognize them even if you only speak English. I'll pronounce them for your benefit. Madre means mother. Padre means father. Yes, these two are totally identical to their equivalents in Spanish. Marito, that means husband. Moglie, that means wife. We have the li sound again, right? Moglie. Figlio, son. Li sound again. Figlia, yet again, daughter. Moglie, wife. Figlio, son. Figlia, daughter. Fratello means brother. And sorella means sister. Remember, Spanish speakers, that in Italian double L sounds L, not G, right? So fratello, not fratello. Sorella, not sorella. Then we have cugino, which is a male cousin, and cugina, which is a female cousin. Zio, which is an uncle, and zia, which is an aunt. Nonno, which is a grandfather, and nonna, which is the grandmother. And the last one is very peculiar in Italian. Nipote. Nipote can mean a lot of things. So actually, this can be confusing sometimes even for Italians, right? Because nipote can mean nephew or niece, right? So uh, the son or daughter of your brother or sister, right? Nephew or niece. But it can also mean grandson or granddaughter, right? The son or daughter of your children. So that's peculiar. I always say that I actually, despite the confusion, I like this about the Italian language because it seems to me that it tells you a lot about Italian culture. They have big families and they like to include people in their family, right? So um, it's like at some point everybody just becomes an ipote, right? And everybody's welcome. So these are the Italian basic words for family vocab. Okay? Now, in preparation for the activity, I'm going to show you a little image that some of you might be familiar with. I'm going to show you a genealogical tree, albero genealogico. And as you can see, this one belongs to a family that is very dear to my heart, the Simpsons. So, let's look at this image for a minute. This image represents the familial relationships in this group of people, right? So, if you look at it carefully, you will see that you have 3 rows, right? 3 rows of people, horizontal rows. Those basically are the generations, organized from top to bottom. So the first generation, the oldest people, are at the top. In the middle, you have the middle-aged people, and the kids are at the bottom, right? Now let's look at the relationships. At the top of the image, you have Abraham and Penelope, right? And if you look carefully, you will see that there's a dotted line with a tiny M in the middle that connects them. That means they're married, right? And now there are lines that come down from them towards 2 people here, towards Herb and Homero, right? That means that those are their children. Okay? Basically, dotted lines connecting people with an M mean that they are married. And then lines that descend from one person to the other means that the person at the bottom is the son or daughter of the person on top, right? So this should help you read this genealogical tree, and it's called a tree because it looks like a tree, you know, with a lot of branches. Um, so I want to use this genealogical tree to talk a little bit about this family in Italian. Okay? So let's think about one of the many relationships that we can establish between these people. Let's think about Abraham and Bart. Okay? What is Abraham in respect to Bart? So Abraham is Homer's dad, right? There's a line that comes down from Abraham and Penelope to Homer, which means that he's their son. And then Bart is Homer's son, right? There's a line that comes down from Homer and Marge to Bart. So Abraham is the father of his father. He's his grandfather, right? How do you say that in Italian? Well, Abraham è il nonno di Bart. Il nonno di Bart. Right? Notice that we are using essere, right? And we are using the lui form of the verb, which means is, right? So Abraham è il nonno di Bart. Abraham is Bart's grandfather. Let's look at another relationship again with Abraham, but now referring to Homer, right? His dad, right? How would you say that? Abraham è il padre di Omero, right? Abraham is Homer's father. Let's think about Penelope now, or pronouncing it in Italian, Penelope, which I definitely prefer. Let's think about Penelope and Omero. What is their relationship? Well, she's his mother, right? So, Penelope è la madre di Omero. Yet another relationship. Let's think about Bart and Lisa. What is Lisa in respect to Bart? So there are lines that descend from Homer and Marge towards both of them, right? So they are both uh, children of this couple, right? So they're brother and sister. So Lisa is Bart's sister. How would you say that in Italian? Lisa è la sorella di Bart, right? Uh, sorry, that went too quickly. Uh, Penelope, la madre di Omero, we already did that one. And now Lisa è la sorella di Bart, right? Sorella means sister, so Lisa is Bart's sister, right? You could also say, of course, Bart è il fratello di Lisa. I did not write that there, right? But Bart is Lisa's brother. Let's think about another relationship. Let's go to the other side of the tree for a minute. Let's think about Pomona. What is Pomona in respect to Bart, right? So she's married to his uncle, right? So she's his aunt, right? How you say aunt in Italian? Zia, right? Pomona è la zia di Bart. One last relationship. Let's think about Hazel. You have her right there. In respect to Bart. So Hazel is the daughter of Pomona, right? We just said that Pomona is Bart's aunt. Pomona è la zia di Bart. So the daughter of his aunt would be his cousin, right? His female cousin, right? Hazel is a girl, so Hazel is Bart's cousin, Bart's female cousin. How would you say it in Italian? Hazel è la cugina di Bart. Okay? So, for the activity for today, it's quite simple. I want you to send me, by any means that you prefer, right? It can be, people have been sending me Word files or pictures via WhatsApp of what they write, or pictures of their computer, or screenshots, whatever, you know. Just make sure that it's clearly readable and that it has your name somewhere. Send me 4 sentences talking about this family. Sentences that I haven't used in the examples, okay? Uh, like Homer is Marge's husband. How would you say that? Marge is Homer's wife, right? Herb is Homer's brother, whatever, right? Stuff that I haven't used in the examples, talking about this family, in Italian, of course, 4 sentences, okay? Now, lastly, I'm going to continue um uploading the videos for every day that we would have had our in-person class, right? But some people have asked me what we're going to do about finals and stuff. So let me be clear again. There will be no exams in this class, okay? This is not standard. This is not what I would have done if this were a regular online course, right? If this were a regular online course, I would administer a final, right? Virtually, probably via Google Forms or something. But the thing is, when we started the semester, none of you signed up for an online course. So I think it would be unfair of me to demand of you to take an exam virtually when that was not what you were supposed to be doing, right? You were supposed to be taking exams in the classroom, right? That is the reason why I tell you, and I insist so much on this, that the midterm is so important, okay? So Don't worry about lateness. Just send me the files whenever you can. Um, and as always, I'm also available via email or WhatsApp. There are still laptops and tablets, at least as far as I'm aware of, for those people that might need one, right? And also, you can contact me uh, regarding any matter whatsoever, as long as it's brief, and I'll try to help you, okay? Uh, have a nice day or rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ci vediamo domani. Ciao ragazzi.